It's bedtime, and I hope you're all snuggled in and you're nice and warm under your sheet. I will be telling you your bedtime story. Let's close our eyes and let's say our bedtime prayer. Dear God, thank you for giving us a wonderful day. Help us now that we will have a peaceful sleep. Amen. Our story tonight is about Moses. As the years went by, there was a new king in Egypt. He saw the families that had grown from Jacob's family, who had come to Egypt during the famine when Joseph was a leader in Egypt. These families were called Israelites, or the children of Israel, because they were the children of Jacob, and Jacob's name had been changed to Israel. The king of Egypt, known as Pharaoh, saw there were many children of Israel, and he worried that they would join Egypt's enemies if there was a war. The Pharaoh therefore decided that he would make the children of Israel slaves. He gave them hard work to do. He also told the nurses who helped the pregnant women who were having their babies that they should prevent the birth of all the baby boys who were born to the children of Israel. The king did not want any Israelite baby boys to be alive. But these nurses who helped the pregnant women wanted to obey God, so they did not harm the boy babies. When the Pharaoh asked the nurses why, the nurses told him that the Egyptian women had the babies before they arrived to help them. Pharaoh then told all the people that they should throw the baby boys in the river, and only the girls were to be kept alive. Now one day, a woman named Jochebed had a baby boy. Jochebed hid her baby from everyone for about 3 months. But when she could not hide him anymore, she made a basket from a bulrush plant. And she made the basket watertight by adding asphalt and pitch. She then placed her baby in it and put him by the river's bank. She prayed to God about her baby. The baby's sister stayed nearby and watched her brother's basket on the river. One day, the Pharaoh's daughter came down to the river for a bath, and she saw the basket. She sent her servant to get the basket. When she opened the basket, she saw the baby who was crying. The boy's sister ran to the Pharaoh's daughter and asked her if she should get one of the Hebrew women to take care of the baby. The Pharaoh's daughter told her to go and get someone to take care of the baby. The little girl's name was Miriam. She went for her mother and brought her to the Pharaoh's daughter. The Pharaoh's daughter told Jochebed to care for the baby and that she would pay her. The Pharaoh's daughter did not know that the baby was Miriam's brother and that the baby was Jochebed's baby. God had a special plan for this baby. This baby was named Moses. The Pharaoh's daughter gave him this name because she took him out of the water. Moses grew up with his mother, Jochebed. And when he was old enough, the Pharaoh's daughter took him to the palace as he had become her son. As Moses grew up, he was trained in the military, and he was expected, as the Pharaoh's grandson, to one day become the king. And so he got the very best education. Moses was loved by all, but he had one problem. His problem was that he was faithful to the Hebrew religion instead of being faithful to the Egyptian religion. Moses was told that if he did not abandon the Hebrew religion, he would lose his position and his adopted mother would abandon him. But Moses refused to be called the son of the Pharaoh's daughter, and instead, he chose to suffer with the people of God and looked toward a greater treasure to be found in God. But one day, Moses did a very bad thing. One day, he saw an Egyptian beating a Hebrew, and he took matters into his own hands instead of waiting on God, and took the life of the Egyptian. When Pharaoh heard about this, it was decided that Moses would lose his life. But Moses quickly ran away. He ran away to a place called Midian. When Moses arrived in Midian, he sat at the well. The daughters of the priest of Midian came to get water for their animals. Some shepherds came and ran away, these women. But Moses, he stood up for them and helped them, and also gave water to the animals. When these women went home, their father asked them how they had come back so soon. They told him that an Egyptian man had helped them. Their father told them that they should call the Egyptian and let him eat bread with them. They went and called Moses, and he ate bread with them. Later, Moses lived with Jethro and married one of his daughters named Zipporah. Zipporah and Moses had a son named Gershom. Moses took care of his father-in-law's animals, and he did this for 40 years. By working as a shepherd, Moses learned patience, reverence, and humility. One day, when he was taking care of the animals, he saw a bush in flames, branches, foliage, trunk. But even though there were flames, the bush was not burning up. Moses went closer to the flames to see what was happening when he heard a voice calling his name. The voice was coming from the flames. With trembling lips, he answered, "Here I am." Moses was instructed to take his sandals from his feet because the place where he was standing was holy ground. God was in this place, and so reverence and humility were needed. God spoke to Moses and told him that he would be sent to Egypt to free the Israelites from the bad situations they were experiencing. Moses was afraid because he knew that the Pharaoh was powerful and he would not let the people go. And the Israelites, would they believe that God had sent him? God told Moses what to do, and his elder brother Aaron would help him, as Aaron had been daily using the Egyptian language, and so Aaron was able to speak the language perfectly. Moses told his father-in-law that he would be going to visit Egypt, and his father-in-law gave him his blessing to go along with his wife and children. On the way from Midian, an angel appeared to Moses, and then Moses remembered that he had not obeyed one of God's requirements, which was to circumcise his youngest son, which at that time was a condition by which his child could get the blessings of God. Moses' wife was afraid that her husband would die, and so she circumcised the child herself. Being scared for the safety of his family, Moses decided to send them back to their home in Midian while he and Aaron went to Pharaoh. There would be a lot that Moses and Aaron would experience as they chose to follow God's instructions. But that's another story. Sweet dreams.